myself Rahul Thakkar from LJ Institutes of Engineering and Technology. In the current video lecture series, we are studying the subject of Physics Group 1. Till now, in this subject, we have learned what is the basics of stress, strain, concepts of elasticity. Also, we have discussed rigidity and how to calculate the rigidity of a torsion. Okay. Now, in this video, we will learn how to derive the equation of a twisting couple of a cylinder or a wire shaft for two different cases, namely a solid cylinder and the hollow cylinder. Okay. But before moving further to our lecture, I would like to raise a question for you that which of the above will be suitable for the industrial applications, either a solid one or the hollow one. Think for that. If your answer is the solid one, then you are absolutely wrong here. And that is the reason why we are discussing both the cases in detail in this video lecture series. So, at the end of this lecture series, after the mathematical calculation and derivations, we will conclude why hollow cylinder is more suitable for various applications in the industries compared to the solid cylinder. Okay? So you will be able to learn why hollow shafts and channels are used widely. If you have seen the benches of your classroom, they are all made up of hollow materials. Why solid is not preferred for that? So we will learn that hollow will provide much strength compared to the solid one. That is contrary to our imagination, but it is true, very true. Okay. So without wasting any time, let's move further to the first case of the today's session, that is twisting couple on a solid cylinder or a wire shaft. Okay. So as shown in figure, consider a solid cylinder of length L and radius R to be clamped at its upper end and let it be twisted by a couple applied to its lower end of the plane perpendicular to its length through an angle theta. Consider this to be a solid cylinder. Let it be clamped at the upper end and its lower end be twisted. So because of the twist, its lower end will deflect at an angle theta. Okay. So you can see it clearly in the figure. So due to the elasticity of the material of the cylinder, a restoring couple tends to oppose the applied couple and is set up in such a way that two balances each other in the equilibrium position. To estimate this couple, consider a cylinder consisting of large number of hollow coaxial cylinders, one inside another, and consider one such cylinder of radius x and thickness dx as shown in figure B. So it is seen that the base of the cylinder turns through the same angle theta, but the displacement dB' is maximum at the rim and it gradually decreases to 0 towards the center. If you see the deflection angle theta, it will be maximum on the outer surface, okay, but when it will decrease gradually while it is moving inward towards the center and it becomes 0 at the center. Hence, a straight line AB, which is initially parallel to the axis OO dash, will now take up the position of AB dash. So the angle of shear is equals to the angle BAB dash. Okay, as you can see in the figure C. So it is clear from the figure B that BB dash, that is the arc, is equals to angle theta multiplied by x. Okay. So now comparing both the equations, we get the shear angle, that is phi is equals to x into theta divided by L. We have equations on the basis of the mathematical formula, that is the arc is equals to angle multiplied by radius. For both the cases it is validated, and after that we have compared the arc BB dash. So from that we get the equation phi is equals to x into theta divided by m. Okay. Now moving further, if modulus of rigidity of the material is eta, then eta is equals to shear stress divided by shear angle. So we have shear stress is equals to eta into shear angle. Here we know that shear angle is equals to phi. So placing the value of that in the above equation, we have shear stress is equals to eta into x into theta divided by L. Now, the shear force on the surface of a hollow cylinder is given by shear stress multiplied by surface area of the hollow cylinder. So now, from the figure you can see that surface area is equals to 2 pi x dx. We have 2 pi x as the circumference of that element and dx is the thickness of that element. So circumference multiplied by thickness, that is 2 pi x dx, is the surface area. So the total force on this will be equal to shear stress into surface area. Place the value of both the components. We have eta into x into theta divided by L multiplied by 2 pi x dx. So on multiplying we get the value 2 pi eta into theta into x square dx upon m. Okay, that is the value of force, shear force. Now the moment of force about the axis OO dash of the cylinder is given by d tau. So moment of force is nothing but force multiplied by displacement. So that is equals to 2 pi eta theta x square dx upon L multiplied by displacement x. So on multiplication we have 2 pi into eta into theta into x cubed dx upon M. So the twisting couple on the whole cylinder is the integral taken over the radius from x equals to 0 to x equals to r, from the center to the outer surface. Okay. So tau is equals to integral 0 to r d tau, which is equals to integral 0 to r. Place the value of d tau in this equation, that is 2 pi eta theta x cube dx upon L. So on integrating we have the 2 pi is constant, eta is constant, theta is constant, okay, and upon L is constant. But what is the integral of x cube dx is there? So integral of x cube dx will be r raised to 4 by 4 minus 0 raised to 4 by 4. So place that value, that will be 2 only pi theta r raised to 4 upon 2l. 2 gets cancelled out. Okay. So now we have got the value of the twisting couple, that is tau is equals to pi eta theta r raised to 4 by 2l. Okay. Now we know that torsional rigidity, we have defined it in the previous lecture. The torsional rigidity of a cylinder is the twisting couple per unit twist. Twisting couple per unit twist. So now we have twisting couple as tau and the angle of twist as theta. So torsional rigidity C is given as tau upon theta. So C is equals to, on substituting the value of tau in that, we have pi eta r raised to 4 by 2l. So that is the equation of torsional rigidity for the solid shaft. So this is all for the solid shaft. Now we shall discuss for the hollow shaft. Suppose we take a hollow cylinder with the inner radius Ri and the outer radius Ro. Okay, then the twisting couple on the cylinder is obtained by integrating d tau over from Ri to Ro. In the previous case, what we did, in order to find out the twisting couple, we integrated d tau from 0 to r, from the center of the solid shaft to the outer surface. Now for the hollow shaft, we will do for inner radii to the outer radii, wherever the material is there. We ignore the hollow part. Okay. So the twisting couple on the solid shaft, the twisting couple on the hollow shaft is obtained by the equation integrating Ri to Ro d tau. That is integrating Ri to Ro 2 pi eta theta x cube dx upon L. Now again we have 2 pi eta theta upon 4L as a constant, and integrating x cube dx we have 2 pi eta theta upon 4L Ro raised to 4 minus Ri raised to 4. So the twisting couple per unit twist of a hollow cylinder is given by Ch is equals to pi eta upon 2L into Ro raised to 4 minus Ri raised to 4. So that was the equation of a twisting couple per unit twist for a hollow cylinder. Now, we previously discussed that at the end we are going to conclude which one is the better and which one is suitable for the industrial application. Now, for that, consider the material of the two cylinders. One is a hollow one and one is a solid one. Having the same material, having the same density, having the same length and having the same mass. Okay, the same material means it has same density. Take two samples, one is hollow and one is solid of equal length L, and they both must have the masses same. One is solid one is the hollow one. Okay, the dimension may differ. So Ch upon Cl, we take the comparison of torsional rigidity. Ch is torsional rigidity of hollow shaft and Cs is torsional rigidity of solid shaft. So we have the equations of both, that Ch is pi eta upon 2L into Ro raised to 4 minus Ri raised to 4 divided by, for solid one we have pi eta upon 2L into R raised to 4. So we know that pi eta upon 2L is same for both the cases because both they have same material. So torsional rigidity will be also modulus of rigidity will be same for both the materials. Okay, so eta will get cancelled out, pi upon 2 is constant, will get cancelled out, length is same for both the materials, so L gets cancelled out. So at the end we have the equation Ro raised to 4 minus Ri raised to 4 upon R raised to 4. Now we apply the formula of a square minus b square. So what happens? A square minus b square is equals to a plus b, a minus b. So same formula is applied for Ro raised to 4 minus Ri raised to 4. So we have Ro raised to 2 plus Ri raised to 2 into Ro square minus Ri square. Okay, divided by R raised to 4 is definitely that. So moving further, comparing the mass. What is the equation of mass? Mass is nothing but density multiplied by volume. So density for both the materials is same, but for hollow one, the volume will be given by pi into Ro square minus Ri square into L. And for solid one, volume will be given by pi into R square into L. So compare both the masses, because over here the mass of solid is equal to the mass of hollow. We have initially taken the condition. So on comparing, we get Ro square minus Ri square is equals to R square. Now place that value in the equation of the ratio of Ch upon Cs. So we have Ro square plus Ri square upon R square. Now moving further, we have, if the condition is that Ro square minus Ri square is equals to R square, okay, then definitely Ro square plus Ri square is greater than R square. If A square minus B square is equals to C square, then A square plus B square is greater than C square. That is the condition of the algebra. Okay. So same condition is applied mathematically over here. So definitely it becomes CH upon CS is greater than 1. The ratio is definitely greater than 1. So we can say that CH is greater than CS, means the twisting couple on a hollow cylinder or torsional rigidity of a hollow cylinder is greater than the solid cylinder having the same material and the length. So that is the reason hollow shafts are preferred over the solid shaft in the rotatory machineries. Okay. So now in the next video we will learn to find out the deflection of a cantilever beam. Okay. That's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. Stay home, stay safe.